Shalom.
Shalom.
We want to start off by giving our praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Akim teaching about the Mayam Wa'amat. That's the sincerity and truth. It's the Great Millstone Dallas branch. E today, and we all know who E is. So we're gonna do this. If look, it's for who it's for. Mm-hmm. This lesson is for who it's for. Mm-hmm. You see, but yeah, we just wanted to get into a back to the basics style lesson. You know, going into prophecy as far as E is concerned.
Right.
You see,
he was given rulership for a certain amount of time, but like it says in Job, the 14th chapter, he's reached the Lord, the Most High, appointed his bounds, which he can't pass. And there's something way more greater that's going to be eternal, that's going to be set up hereafter. This wicked demonic empire is destroyed. Okay?
That's right.
During that time. And all the prophets inquired of the times that we're in right now. Because soon as Great Babylon goes down, Esau's kingdom, then that's when the kingdom of heaven is going to be established. Okay? So we have incentive to see Esau's kingdom go down.
That's right.
I'll start off with this and then we can go to the prophecy. This is 2nd Ezra 6, and I'll start at 6. It says, "Then did I consider these things, and they were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other." And the scripture says that the earth abideth forever. But when we talk about the end, we're talking about the end of a rulership. Okay? We're talking about the end of Esau's wicked rulership.
Can I pull it at 2nd Ezra 6?
That's what I'm reading right now. Yeah, I've just started up a little bit. I'm gonna hit the point here. Verse 7, it says, "Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?" Anybody want to break it down so I don't make sure I ain't talking too much?
Oh, you guys are now.
Yeah, because Ezra was asking the angel how we're going to know when this hellish time that we're going through right now is over, because you got to basically understand 2nd Ezra was an account of different events that happened, different visions that he received, you know, at various points. You know, when you read 2nd Ezra chapter 2, you know what I'm saying, he's asking why these other nations have Israel in captivity when the Most High made Israel to rule over the other nations, right? Yep. And so Ezra understood that there was going to be an end to this time, right? But he said, what's going to be the thing that we're going to be able to see that's going to let us know that this end of this wicked time,
right? Because there's a changing of the guard, so to speak. We're in the transition of power right now, and we're in that same spirit. Even in Acts 1, the apostles said, "At this time shall thou restore the kingdom of heaven to the Israelites." I'm loosely paraphrasing.
Yeah.
So we always inquired, man, Lord, when you gonna put down our enemies and set us back on top? You know. So Ezra's, you know, he was inquiring of the angel Uriel at this particular point. Basically, when this wicked kingdom gonna be destroyed and when something gonna be set up after. Okay. It says, verse 8, "And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau." And that represents him being pulled down in the last days, you know. Esau would have his blessing, the fatness of the earth. He will rule by the sword, but that would be for a limited time only, right? And Jacob will pull him down and rise into power next, you know. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world." So you can equate Esau with the end of the world too, man. But not the end of the earth as we know it, but just this age,
right?
This rulership, okay? It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob," which his name was changed to Israel when he wrestled with the angel, "is the beginning of it that followed." So that's the point being made, man. Once Esau goes down, that's when when Israel is going to be established as a nation back in the earth again.
Right.
Okay.
And the wars and rumors of wars is the build up to it.
That's right.
You see, so it's prophecy upon prophecy upon prophecy is what's being spoken of, and we getting into the prophecies that's going to Esau.
Right.
You see that Nick E.
Right. So it's highly important that Esau go down as a nation, because you got a lot of our scary ass people. They want equality. They don't want to ruffle feathers. They would just rather continue on as long as they get their little piece of the pie. Esau just be over forever, man.
Right.
But no, the Most High is not dealing with that, man. Esau is the end of this world, man. Okay, and then it's gonna be the beginning of that which followeth after the kingdom of heaven.
Yep. And
Okay.
people don't understand that just because you don't believe the Bible don't mean you're not subject to it.
Right.
You know? So these prophecies coming up to show you who's who. You can ignore them all you want, but you still dealing with him and his rulership. You know what I'm saying? So make no mistake about it. We're not telling you just because we want to sound right. This is actually what's happening, whether you like it or not. Prophecy don't wait on none of us. You see? And prophecy is slow enough. Prophecy is just slow or fast enough to do what it do for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And we subject to everything that's within the writing. So going back into Jacob and Esau and going into that history, knowing who Esau is, knowing who Jacob is, putting those dynamics together and looking through the prophecies, the history, and all these different things, you start to see it. Now you can actually live your life according to what's coming because you're watching, because all of it's in here already. You know? You got it.
That's it on that. If you want to go into the prophecy,
Yeah.
just to go into the origins of Esau, Edom, because everybody has a biblical nationality. There's no such thing as white, black. That's something that Esau made up. I think this guy named Johann Blumenbach, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nationalities. Everyone has a biblical nationality in the Bible, man. All nations, including the so-called white man himself.
Yeah.
He wants to run away from his identity. He wants to be everybody, right? You make the joke, he's the Mexican, the last of the Mohican, the Indian. He wants to be everything, but except for who the Most High created him to be, which is Esau, Edom. Okay?
I can do both.
Because Esau and Edom are synonymous. But we're going to go into the origins of Esau, okay? So,
Yep.
let's see.
Like you said, Genesis 25.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, the first guys, because I know we both
Yeah.
Yeah, just hit the point, brother.
Okay. This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived.
Right, because Jacob and Esau, they're fraternal twin brothers. They're not identical, you know, but they come from the same mother and same father, right? So Esau, really, he is our brother, right?
Right.
He's our wicked fraternal twin brother, though. Okay? And it was set up that enmity between Jacob and Esau from the womb as we going into this account. That's why we never could get along. You know, even during the civil rights movement, we trying to integrate. It never worked out. If we was meant to get along, we'd have got along a long time ago, man. You know, but it was intended from the womb. You know, go ahead.
Yep. Verse 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord.
So there was a struggle from the womb, right? Because that struggle represents two nations. You know, because people think the Bible is literal and think it's just them two characters, but those two characters represent two nations, which is going to go into.
Yep.
Okay.
Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb.
Right. Two nations are in our womb. So people, these Christians, they running right past these verses, man.
Right.
They running right past them. Two nations are in our womb. Go ahead.
And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Right. There's a distinction. Two manner of people, two different people shall be separated. So the Most High, contrary to popular belief, he's a separatist also.
Right.
He's not with equality, man. That's BS. That's something that Esau fed on us to keep us as good slaves.
Yep.
No, man. Go ahead.
It says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Right, and we can see that clearly through the spirit, man.
Right.
It ain't even just in entertainment and in sports, man.
Right.
When it comes to inventions,
Yep.
you know, just innovations in medicine, technology, it all goes back to the Israelites, man.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead.
It says, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Right, and the elder shall serve the younger, right?
Yeah.
Because Esau came out first, right?
Right.
He was really supposed to get the birthright because he's the firstborn son, but that shows the Most High. He has authority over traditions and ordinances of men. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. When King David was in power, he put those Edomites in captivity.
Yeah, he
You
did.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
2 Samuel chapter 8 talks about that. He put garrisons in Edom and made them servants,
Mhm.
right? Which that was a precursor to what's going to come in the kingdom of heaven.
Yep, that's it, bro.
You see?
That's right. And if brothers want to add precepts and points, I don't want to be, ball dominant, so to speak. Just add,
That has some.
Go ahead.
Because you had mentioned pretty much our people, they always want to come together with Esau, and you just read how they were separated in the womb, two manners of people, totally different. So trying to join together, join hand in hand, man, the wicked is not gonna go unpunished, like the scriptures say.
Right.
This is Sirach chapter 13, verse 15.
Everybody, just go with what you're saying, Elder. Everybody that got a precept that you want to bring out, break it down too.
Absolutely.
It's Sirach 13 and 15 in the GNT. It says, every creature prefers its own kind, and people are no different, right? Their own kind, like they own, every nation on the planet got their own their own kind of spirit on them.
Right.
Their own things that they're good at, that they kind of, way that they, act around each other.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
It's only our people that want to integrate. We've always had that historical legacy, always wanting to mingle with the heathen.
Right.
The scriptures tell us, learn not the way of the heathen, man.
Right.
These other nations ain't trying to learn of our so-called destroyed culture. They stick to their own,
Yeah.
But that's how the Most High set it up to be.
Yeah,
Continue.
that's a example of being holy,
Right.
being separate,
During the Tower of Babel, that's why the Most High had to confound the language, because he's never been with all nations coming together as one under one banner,
Hey, just to add on to you, priest, you'll see Chinatown, Japantown,
Yo.
Ishmael. They
Little
be in their
Haiti,
own
if you go to
community.
Miami, just all these little.
Yeah, especially in Las Vegas, they got every little,
Yup, but Jake just want to be mixed in, Chinatown. You know what I'm saying? Or wherever these various heathens,
Especially in bigger cities like Chicago, you got a lot of Polacks, Serbians out there. They all kind of in different pockets among their own people, man. Now they might do business dealings to a certain extent with certain other nations, but for the main part, they only dealing with their own people.
Yeah.
And
even then, it's a you not me
right,
tax on it. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
It ain't gonna be the same type of business conducted.
Right.
The rules of engagement gonna be totally different. For outsiders,
Right.
and that's how we should be. Everybody's on code except for Israel, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's verse 16. It says, I'm gonna read verse 15 again. It says, every creature prefers its own kind, and people are no different. Just as animals of the same species flock together, so people keep company with people like themselves. A sinner has no more in common with a devout person than a wolf has with a lamb. Right? So yeah, sinners ain't supposed to be with the righteous, man. Thus separating the righteous from the wicked seed, man. Jacob and Esau don't go, and we're not supposed to be joined unto these heathen, man.
That's right.
You see?
Especially Esau Edom, because he's the chief enemy number one heathen, man. Never trust thine enemy mainly applies to him.
Yeah.
That's our chief, that's our number one enemy.
Yeah.
And then among that number one enemy, Amalek.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. And even so much to distinguish him from the rest of the other nations, he's called the sons of the wicked.
Right.
The seed of the serpent, going back to the garden.
That's right.
See? So that line,
classifications of men, yo.
Exactly.
yep, that line from Cain, right? That that Tubal Cain and all them individuals that was on the earth before the flood, that line continued through Esau. So that's just another thing to keep in mind.
Were you finished with that?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, this is Sirach chapter 33. I'm going to get it in the GNT. I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, every human being was made from the earth, just as Adam was. Because we know in Deuteronomy 32:7, it tells you the Lord separated the generations.
Sons of Adam.
Yep, sons of Adam. You see what I'm saying? So it says, just as Adam was, but the Lord in his wisdom made them different and gave them different tasks. Like if you go to 1 Peter 2:9, it talks about the Israelites were made to be a holy priestful nation, royal priesthood, right? But this is the point right here. Verse 12, it says, he blessed some, making them honored and holy, keeping them near him, which is the Israelites. Now, for the Edomites, or the wicked, right, it says, others he cursed, humbling them and removing them from their position. And pretty much their position that he was removed out of was the chance to repent. Edomites ain't going to get no repentance, man. They don't get a chance at that,
I got a precept for you.
Go ahead, let them rock.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 10. I'm starting verse 9. For this is the word of promise.
At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And that son was Isaac. You can read about that in the book of Genesis, the 18th chapter. All right. Verse 10. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, and that's what the priests are going into right now, the book of Genesis, the 25th chapter. All right. It says, for the children, they shall run. Verse 11, for the children being not yet born, concerning Jacob and Esau, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High, according to election, might stand, not of works, but of him that called us. So, just as Genesis 25th chapter says, how the elder shall serve the younger, and ultimately through that, right, as Esau, right, is the elder, all right, he was supposed to receive, technically in the flesh, according to the ways our law, statutes, commandments are set up, he was supposed to receive an inheritance. But it went unto Jacob. Why? Because the purpose of the Most High, according to election. All right, so the Heavenly Father, through his infinite counsel, already predestinated for the blessing to fall upon Jacob, because in the spirit, Jacob, right, he's the first fruits, man. Right? He was the nation of Israel, we're known as the elect. You see, when you read Isaiah the 44th chapter, so like in Isaiah the 45th chapter, it says Israel mine elect. So in the spirit, we're already the Most High's elect. So this is why, all right, the blessing fell upon us. Verse 12, it says, it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
That's right. Jacob have I loved and Esau have I hated. Matter of fact, somebody hold Romans the 9th chapter around 13, because people have problem and fought with the Most High. Because he hate one nation of people and he love one nation of people. Where was that?
Romans 9:13.
Okay.
Let me read again.
Just keep continuing.
Malachi.
Go jump down to is it 16?
Okay, God, yep, I know that. This is the book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 14. What shall we say then?
Yep.
Is there unrighteousness with the Most High?
So you got to take that up with the Most High.
Yeah.
You know, if you're an Edomite, man, hey, that's something you got to go to the Most High with that, man.
Yeah.
If he hate Esau, that's just what it is, man. Go ahead.
God, it says, God forbid. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Right. And the Most High thoughts is higher than our thoughts. So who he wants to have mercy and compassion on, that's up to him. Go ahead.
Verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that sheweth mercy.
Right. So it's nothing that we did in of ourselves that would merit the promise that we've given. It's the Most High that shows mercy. So that's the point on that. Were you saying something like that?
I was thinking about how, like, you can't control if you righteous or wicked. If you a righteous spirit or a wicked spirit, because it goes back to predestination. You know what I'm saying? Ephesians the 1st chapter.
Matter of fact, you might as well keep reading where it's talk about vessels to dishonor and all of that. You might as well just rock out on that.
Romans 9 and verse 18. Therefore, he have mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will harden it.
Yeah, because if you're an Edomite, man, hey, you might as well go bonanza in America right now. If you got a credit card with 10,000, 25,000, hey, just go Vegas, go to Bali. Hey, just go ahead and just live it up, man. Because you're going to be in hardcore slavery in the kingdom of heaven, man. You're going to be a 2-time loser. And it's just because the Most High set it up that way, man. You know? Go ahead.
Lamentations 4 and 17.
It's 22, bro.
Oh,
It's 22,
sorry.
yo. I know exactly.
Oh,
That's one of my
17.
favorites.
Yep. It says a punishment. Oh, excuse me. I started at 21.
Yep.
It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Yeah, because Esau's living high off the hog. He's living in his blessing right now. So he is in the time of his rejoicing, you know? But right now, we know we're in the time where he's about to be brought down, according to prophecy. Okay?
It says,
So if I say this, that's why we say that. You know, live it up, max out your credit cards, get all the loans you can. But Edomites looked at us like crazy when we were saying that, but no, the scriptures are saying that.
Mm-hmm.
You better live like it's your last life to live, or like it's 1999, which is true.
Right.
Because we about to beat the hell out of these damn heathen in the kingdom.
Right.
You know, so enjoy your kingdom while you can. While you can, fuck as many women as you can. Do whatever it is to fill your nasty ass heart's desire. When it comes to the kingdom, you know, we're gonna obliterate that.
Yeah, ain't no deadly wound that's gonna be healed this time. That prophecy already been fulfilled. Once we come into power, man, Yahushua's kingdom is gonna be an everlasting kingdom. We're gonna have many crowns, man. Ain't no other kingdom gonna rise up once we're established back in power, man. Everybody's gonna have to deal with it. But mainly Esau Edom, because he's entitled through that pride of his heart, it's deceived him to think that he was just gonna rule forever, man. The inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever. Right. Okay. You still got some more?
Yeah, verse 22 in the NLT, it says, "O beautiful Jerusalem, your punishment will end. You will soon return from exile. But Edom, your punishment is just beginning. Soon your many sins will be exposed."
And that's the hope for the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Even 2/3, they're gonna come back in the kingdom ultimately, man. We're banking that the Lord bring this devil down.
Right.
Because once that happens, bro, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good, bro. Was it more?
God. Romans chapter 9, verse 20. Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High?
Right. Who can reply against the Most High? You can't even control your bowel movement. But stay in your lane. Go ahead.
Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
Right. So it's like your shoes in your closet just talking trash to you because you don't decide not to wear them today. Go ahead.
Have not the potter power over the clay?
Right. Have not the power or the potter power over the clay. You can make a sandcastle at the beach, man, a beautiful, immaculate sandcastle, but the funnest part is what? Kicking it down afterwards, man. Right. And people were like, why did you do that? Why did you take the time to create that if you were going to destroy it? I can do what I wanted, man. It's my creation.
Yeah, we were talking about that last week in class, or was that 2 weeks ago? Basically with Pharaoh,
right?
You know, his heart being hardened, you know, to build up to him getting destroyed, man. And who's the modern day Pharaoh now? You know, according to prophecy, Esau.
Man, that's heavy. That's right. And that goes into the point of how, like it says in Revelation 11, this is spiritually Sodom and Egypt.
Exactly.
You know, because Esau also represents the Pharaoh, the modern day Pharaoh. You know, like the brother said. Yep. All right.
One, I can skip up to verse 17 as it equates Esau to Pharaoh.
Yep, because he just mentioned it.
Now, Romans 9:17. For the scriptures say unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
The same as why Esau is being raised up in the amount of pride. So the Lord, when he bring him down, is going to be highly recognized, the glory and the power and the might of the Lord, man. Everybody going to know that the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, did that. Just like Pharaoh in Egypt. Drowning Pharaoh's army in the Red Sea. The Egyptians knew, man, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Yahweh did that, you know?
That's Jeremiah 16 and 14. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
so that's why Esau is raising up. That's why he has the Star Wars program or whatever. What's that? Space Force. Yeah. You know, because they really gonna try to fight against Yahweh Shah in the angels, man. You know, because the Lord putting that pride in them, man, to raise up so he can dust them off to show who's really powerful. Go ahead.
God, skipping back down to verse 21. Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Right. So you can make a beautiful vase that can hold a bouquet of flowers, or you can make a toilet which hold, you know what? All right. Just to give you brothers a concept. Go ahead.
Verse 22. What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
Much long suffering for those vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. No sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. The hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do wicked. So Esau Edom think just because the Most High hasn't judged them collectively as a nation and brought them down They think they just gonna run off into the sunset. Nobody.
Yep. Just like it said, he made an example of Egypt by his power. It said he made his power known in doing that. He allowed Esau to amass himself to where he thinks he's a god, and then in 1 hour he's going to obliterate this, and the nations are going to know that it's going to be so epic that a higher power did it. So that's how, like you said, that's how he's going to showcase his power.
That's right.
He was long suffering with the vessel that was already chosen from the foundation of the earth to be destroyed. So I'm gonna let y'all do all this. I'm gonna give you all this knowledge. I'm gonna make you think you're gonna sit in place of me, replace me. You're gonna rebel against me. Then I'm gonna completely steamroll your ass. And then everybody's gonna have to acknowledge that there is a God on the earth, and He's dealing with one particular people.
That's right.
You know?
And he's done it so much so on a level where he's actually put himself as the children of the Most High. Right? He said that, hey, we the nation of Israel. You know, hey, the Lord dealing with us. We're gonna be in the land, and we're gonna try to hold on to this tradition. You know, but it's talking about that in Psalms 50. You thought that I was one such as thyself, but then you're gonna set us in order, and then this process of him falling down is gonna happen, man.
Right.
You know,
setting up traps to where our people have to sin so he can blame us. That's why it talks about in Revelation 12, the accuser of our brethren is being cast down, because that's what Esau does. He sets up these snares to where our people go off putting pork and all of these abominable foods and everything to make us go off, man. So then he could pray and blame. Look what they doing. They killing each other. They selling drugs and all of that to each other. They commit adultery, you know, so on and so forth.
but the elect is like Job. You know, when the Most High had Satan go tempt, Job, he was like, look, I bet if I touch him, he gonna curse you.
Right.
But then, hey, Job kept his integrity. So at the end, he got double for, everything back and more, man. You know.
That's right. Any other scriptures? Or we gonna go back to that?
I got one. Go ahead. Proverbs 12:26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces them.
You can break it down too.
I was just going back on the point that he was making, the point about how Esau. This is how Esau categorizes us, right, and accuses his brethren, man. As brother quoted Psalms 50th chapter earlier, when you read Psalms 50 and 19, he says, "For thou sittest and speakest and slanderest thy own mother's son." That's going back to what we're reading, Genesis 25th chapter. Esau and Jacob, and we see this happen up on a worldwide scale, man. This whole world is nothing but a center stage for the two main actors in the Most High's movie, Jacob and Esau.
That's right.
And right now, we have two testimonies. We have two witnesses, man. Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom testifying against Esau Edom, as Esau is trying to testify against us wrongly, man. All right, but Yahweh Shema Shah has already vindicated and justified his elect. Romans the 8th chapter goes to that. So there's nothing that this damn devil can do. He can shoot all the rockets he wants up to the moon. He can make as many Tyrones as he wants. But the Lord has already sealed those that's numbered for the feast, man.
Right. That's right, brother. That's a priest right there, brother.
I got a preset real quick.
Go ahead.
Just going into, you know what? Actually, hold on. I got to get that revelation. The accuser of our brethren has been cast down first. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 10. Okay, it says, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointing. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night." Right? And so that's Esau's job. Esau's job is like the scripture said in Revelation the 6th chapter. He's the red horse. To him it was given a great sword and power to take peace from the earth. Which, I know we haven't gotten to the prophecy in Genesis 27 yet. Esau's blessing. You know what I mean? But we're kind of getting a little ahead of ourselves. Okay. But as far as the prophecy is concerned, Esau's end is to be cast down, right? And we started off with that 2 Ezra 6 and 9.
Yep.
Esau is the end of this world, but how is he going to be brought down? How is he going to be dismantled? You see, the prophecies explain how he's going to get brought down. That's how we know we're in the last times.
Ezra,
Yep.
All right, let's go back to it then. Salaki, was it more?
No, that's it, bro.
Let's go back to it. What verse were we on?
24. This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 24. "And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Talking about Rebecca, right? The wife, the wife of Isaac. Go ahead.
Verse 25. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment.
Right, and the first came out red, man. Because contrary to popular belief, so-called white people, they're not white. The brother, the elder right there, he got a white hoodie on, man. I don't see no so-called white person look like that, man. Their blood, they have translucent skin. Their blood shows forth through their skin. They're more like a pinkish, which pink is a derivative of red. All right, go ahead.
They even got that term rednecks. You know?
Right, yeah, hey,
Right, yeah.
in the South, you know.
It's a spiritual example, though.
That's right. They call each other that too. You know,
Yep.
They get hot, tired. They start turning red. They
you
get
slap the
tired,
shit out of them, they gonna turn red.
Slap their ass, they turn red. They get shot and blush. They turn red. So all these things are showing a clue to let you know who Edom is.
Exactly.
And if I can say too, because and they identify when somebody says like you a redneck, like that's like derogatory. So they subconsciously know that means that, you know, red identifies with bad. You know what I'm saying? Red stop sign. You know what I'm saying? A red light.
Right.
Everything red pretty much is like a, you know, it's like when a nigga say, oh, I see red. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
bad,
up.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like red is it identifies
Negative.
something that's negative.
You gotta stop at the stoplight. It's just, you know, it's all kind of examples, man.
Right.
We talk about being crimson. It goes back to the word criminal.
Oh,
Which is
yeah.
also a derivative of red as well.
Right.
I perceive through the spirit, most so-called white people at this appointed time, through the spirit of the word going out, they know when we say Esau, Edom, they know who we talking about now.
Yeah.
They know, bro.
Yeah, because they not slow as Jake. They are researching.
Yo.
You know, they hear some, they walk past like Edomite. Let me go home and research. Jake, you know, Jake just docile, compliant, you know, just low through, finish, you know.
So that biblical, that true biblical identity is starting to catch up with them, man, because they tried to run away from it for so long. You know, but it's being made manifest through the spirit, especially as brothers keep preaching the word. You know. All right, you can go back.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 25, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
Right, and they called his name Esau. Let's get scholarly for a second. Let's look up the word Esau.
I got you right here. Which I must preface it by saying that Esau is a compound word, just like how Israel is a compound word. You know what I'm saying? Meaning it has multiple words within the same word.
Yeah.
Okay. So the word here is Strong's H6215. All right, Aishawa. Okay. Now the root word is Aishash. Okay, which if you go in the blue letter, by the way, because we're talking about Esau, right? Esau doesn't want you to know the etymology of his name. That's why he changes, like even when you go into Edom, right? Genesis 36, Esau is Edom.
Yeah.
Right? And you go in the blue letter on that. That's why we say sometimes the blue letter goes off, because like you said, he knows that he knows who he is. He knows you know what I'm saying? He knows who he is. So he's trying to hide it.
Yeah.
He's trying to make it look like, okay, well, if you look into it, okay, he ain't going. It's not gonna be that bad.
Right.
You know. So just prefacing it, because if, let's say, like a brother that's listening to the class, he might go onto the blue letter and try to see what Esau means on the blue letter, because we use the blue letter a lot.
Yeah.
Right. But if you go in the blue letter, you're not gonna get the breakdown.
Yeah, because they go off sometimes.
Right.
Especially like on the word Edom, I think especially
Mm-hmm.
the da in the ra.
Well,
They used to have it messed up, I know.
Yeah, it's out of one.
Right.
Edom, right?
Right.
It's 4 letters.
They used to have it as like a rum or
But
something.
they took the Y out
Okay.
and make it the same name as Adam,
Right.
Okay.
See that?
They did
Okay.
it, right.
to try to make it look like
Similar.
Edom is Adam, and it's the same word.
It causes confusion.
You see what I'm saying? He's Satan,
Right.
right?
Yeah, it's like I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm
saying?
talking-
Edomite.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Because
Right.
he's talking about a Syrian.
Syrian,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
It's like clerical error.
7, yeah.
He slipped that in. So you got to be astute when you're dealing with the blue letter too. You still have to use
Discernment.
proper exercise, you know, and discernment. You know.
Come on.
Yep, it's stumbling blocks.
Right.
It's stumbling blocks in a blue letter. You know what I'm saying? So being able to see those stumbling blocks and get past them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people see them and stumble.
Right.
That's
purpose of a stumbling block. But those that
Right.
get past it is following the Lamb where the soul be going.
Right.
That's the only way you're gonna get through the stumbling blocks is by following the Lamb.
Right. You see,
Right.
we deal with the scriptures in the word
Word is spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
All spiritual, man.
because we deal with the word first and foremost itself. But that's just a tool we use. You know, it's
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
but a concordance. But still within these tools, you know, Esau, you know, Cambridge, these Oxford, these different companies publish these things. So Esau try to slip a little leaven in the truth. You
Right.
know,
Yeah. For that's why you need teachers.
that's right.
You know, seasoned brothers that, because even the word cosmos, they over the years they almost changed that definition. Versus back when you used to research it, when you first started using Blue Letter, he slipped in more stuff as far as cosmos is concerned. So that's why you need actual teachers. Well, hey, it wasn't this at first, and you got to be in the right spirit, have the right teachers. That way you won't stop.
That's right.
Otherwise, it will trip you up, especially if you knew in this time coming into understanding.
Yep. No, I was gonna finish. I gotta finish this.
Yeah,
one.
let him finish this real
Yeah.
quick.
So, okay. So the root word to Esau is Aishash, Aishash, which means wasted. Okay, wasted away, pined away. You know,
Right.
like wasted
Meaning
away,
it's
like your flesh. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like you said, it's pigmentation. His
pigmentation.
flesh is wasted away, like a leper.
That's right.
Right? And then the Y at the end of the word means he or it. So he is wasted away. You see that? But if you go in the Blue Letter, it's going to give you some bullshit. You see, trying to say that the root word is Aisha, which means to do or to make, which is bullshit.
Right.
So the root word to Esau is Aishash, okay, and that second shah is dropped off and replaced with the suffix wa, which means he or it. So he is wasted away, right?
He's a clean leper.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Or
like-
wasted away is he.
Just like Cain was.
Mhm.
The Lord put that identifying target on him, man, to where you would know who that nation of people are. Because they're the only nation of people that don't have any hue or pigmentation. Because human is a compound word. Hue means color, and then man of color. Everybody has so-called color or pigment except for these red bastards, Esau, Edom.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Fine.
Is it more?
No, that's it. But I was gonna say, in order to get the information, you have to go to like a Hebrew Bible. You know what I'm saying? Hebrew and English, like concordance or Hebrew English Bible, and it'll break it down. Because Esau, you know, with the internet, he could change data.
Mhm.
He can take stuff out and put stuff in.
Oh, yeah.
But the books, they don't change.
That's right.
That video
Mhm.
break it down.
Because you go to Google, man, and type in Esau, they'll say he was done away with in the Jewish-Roman Wars.
Mhm.
You know, if you say who was Edom today, I know they used to do that. I haven't looked it up in a while. Who is Esau, Edom? And they'll say that the Edomites were done away with in the Jewish-Roman Wars. That's for vocab. He tries to, you know, push that doctrine.
Yeah.
But Esau, Edom, they're still here today, man.
Yeah. They like to say that with the Israelites too. Oh, now we're all spiritual Israel.
Yeah.
No, man. You know.
Lord's dealing with nations, man. You know, and not individually either. He deals with nations collectively. You know, there was some Israelites that wasn't going off, but we still all, as a nation, went into captivity. You know, so because the Lord deals with nations. But go ahead, bro.
Oh,
It's
I got
all
one.
past. Go ahead.
Going into that point of Esau running from his identity, Genesis 4:12, when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And we know that Esau, Edom, like brothers going into, he'll try to say the Edomites are done away with, Edomites are no longer here, to try to escape the judgments that are prescribed to the Edomites. You see, a fugitive and a vagabond. He's constantly, like the priest started off with the lesson, calling himself a Native American or this or that, you know, but never openly proclaiming, I am an Edomite, you know, the Edomites. You know?
It ain't gonna go well for Esau, man. You know, Esau is the end of the world. Like we just read in 2nd Ezra 6.
Yeah. And to qualify that was going into Cain, but it's the same line, the same seed, the seed of the wicked, the sons of the wicked. You know?
That's right. That's right. All right, you can read a couple more verses in there.
John, this is Genesis chapter 25, verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob.
Right, we just read that, like I said, in 2nd Ezra 6. Jacob's hand held the heel of Esau. Go ahead.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare him. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in
And
tents.
the Most High is cold. Don't these attributes closely fit and align with Esau, Edom, more so than with Jacob?
That's it.
He's a cunning hunter. Who out there hunting, man? Got on just full camo gear. You know, they'll wait for the deer in it. What's the damn things called? Like a deer stand. Yeah. They'll wait for like hours on hours out there. Have to pee, have to go to the bathroom. They'll just sit out just to catch a deer, bro. Cunning hunters and men of the field, man. You know? Go ahead.
Oh, and if I can add to the elder's point, you know, how did they describe Esau when it came out red? Did they do that with Jacob? No, it wasn't no need, because like you mentioned, we all had all the humans. All right, these nations were of a color, all right, of some sort, except Esau, man. So the Lord made it easy. It made it that indicator was very easy to get in these last days, man. You know, so it won't be any confusion. The Lord is plain. It's plain to the elect and those that read, man.
Right. If I can add too, because it says that he was a cunning hunter, right? Because you have to he goes and hunts game and has hunts like actual animals, but he also hunts niggas. You know, he set up these laws and legal systems to actually continue to try and trap Jacob. You know, the prison industrial complex, putting drugs in neighborhoods. You know, setting up false leaders. Like that's all. Those are all hunting mechanisms. Even the thought of him coming up with these think tanks to continue to try to change go into these nations, change their ways, and hunt them down, break them over generations to have them, their morals decayed, and eventually put that Babylonian juice on them, man.
Yeah, if I can add, he even hunts for natural resources of the earth. That's why there's a military base in all nations on the planet Earth, most likely, or an embassy that he set up, because why? He's trying to have an occupation to exert those resources from these different nations, man. He hunting resources,
Can I get something for you? Yep. And I'll break it down. Habakkuk 2:5, it says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. Right? Just laying back on the point.
Break it down,
because like he brought up the precept talking about how the earth isn't going to produce, its fruit, and then also, when you go into the history of Esau being in Western Europe, the bottomless pit, that land is not known for being able to produce a lot of fruit or food, which is like, it's all spiritual, because when you put it all together, the Lord set it up for Esau to be exactly the way that he is. He had to go out and do the transatlantic. So he had to, because he didn't have it. Right. So he had to come over here, conquer the northern kingdom, and fulfill those prophecies, the curses written in Deuteronomy 28.
Right.
It all
transgresses by wine, if I can add too, which it doesn't mean like strong drink from the wine of a grape. It's talking about the different philosophies, man.
Right.
He'll come in the guise of peace to these different nations, but really, like it says in Psalms, he got drawn swords in his heart. He's really coming to conquer. He's a man of war. But he'll come in the guise of we need to release these people from this dictator, from this tyrannical ruler, just like they demonized Gaddafi. Among others, Saddam Hussein, we can go through the list. That's part of his wine that he used to transgress,
And these characteristics, they line up with that in that story when you read throughout Genesis, right? That characteristic of his wine and having that persuasion, if you will, right? Well, that serpent also had that persuasion of having Eve to go off. Yeah. And also, too, like you brought up Cain, right? Him being that cunning hunter, the word Cain, right? When you look it up, it goes into a dagger or a knife. So that's how you know that these spiritual attributes that this man has, it goes back through the spirit, man, of the serpent in the garden. All right, Cain, man.
Yeah, because I think in Genesis 27, a couple of chapters over, it talks about Esau's blessings.
Right.
It says, you want to hear it?
Yeah, I got it for you right here. This is Genesis chapter 37, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, "Hast thou but one blessing, my father?"
27. I was
shit, what I say?
You said 37. I was like,
okay. So like Genesis chapter 27, verse 38.
Yeah.
Yep, it reads, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Verse 39.
And this is pretty much after he had lost the birthright, you know. But Esau was still searching for a blessing, man. Matter of fact, somebody hold was it Hebrews 12 and 21? I ain't read that. 12 and 16. I hadn't read that in a long time.
Right, no word. Verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above.
Right, the fatness meaning the substance of the earth, man. He controls the food supply, man. We don't control even our own food supply, bro. Right. That's another reason why we should be complaining in the spirit for the Lord to bring him down, bro. A wicked group of people in power that controls the food supply, man. They control the air, the water, everything, bro.
Power, electricity,
oil, all the resources of the earth, man. But that's another attribute to show who this damn bastard is. This is Esau. Go ahead.
Verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother.
Hey, the Native American Indians, the Gadites, they was cold with them bow and arrows, man. But Esau came over here with that Gatling gun, man. Just fire. So to the natives, they was just like, damn, we can't. This dude is untouchable, man.
Yeah.
You know, musket guns. Yep,
that's right. It was kicking Esau's ass, so the Most High had to give Esau a leg up.
Yeah, he did.
You know, God was so strong that he run miles and miles with just water in their mouth.
Yep.
Yeah, guerrilla warfare to ride the horses without
No saddle.
It was so strong. So, you know, they were so bad that he needed that Gatling gun.
Yeah.
Then the way he would take out certain Native American tribes with those smooth words with war in his heart. You know, the way to all the hunters would go, the men would go, they would come obliterate the children, the women, the children, the villages. You know, there was even a documentary one time where they lied and said, y'all come out, we're not gonna kill y'all. As soon as everybody came out, mow everybody down.
So Esau, he's very tactical in warfare, but that's his blessing too. It ain't just the actual physical weapon itself, but Esau, he's a man of war, meaning he know how to strategize, he's tactical, he know how to move in, he know how to create the emergencies. He's a demon, bro.
Yeah.
Like Esau, when it comes to that war, he know how to get it popping, bro. Right. Even within the inception of America, 92% or something like that, America's been in some type of battle or war the entire time.
Yep.
And what people like, a lot of people don't understand too is like war is like it's perpetuated over like generations too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like when you consider like a battle versus a war. Like a battle is something that's like there, like, you know, on and off within a couple, you know, months or maybe a couple weeks or whatever.
Right.
A war, like that's generation through generation. Like it's planned. Like this is the next step. Like these delicate, detailed operations of what we gonna do.
Like
you know
between them and the Russians, man, they had a term called the Cold War. But some people used to say, man, the Cold War ended. The Cold War never ended, man. That's that war that the Most High set up in the spirit would be ultimately that's going to end up leading to the destruction by thermonuclear fire of Great Babylon America. You know, because those Russians are going to be some of the main players shooting the missiles over here. So that Cold War, like the brother was going into, that never ended. You know, it's not just a battle, you know, start one day, end another day. That's been, even though, you know, they've been more diplomatic over the years, just because they got that nuclear capability, they got to be cool how they move, you know. But yeah, read it again, Salaki.
Yeah. Genesis chapter 27, verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
That's right, man. So read that again, Salaki.
Yeah. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
That's right. And right now Esau has dominion, man. But they're about to be broken. Okay.
Yep. That lines up with the so-called white man. It happened twice after the rule of King David and King Solomon, when the kingdoms were split, and Edom started to gain more momentum after they fled to Egypt, and also the Renaissance period. Who ruled after that for 1,000 years? It was Jacob. The Byzantine Empire, the Holy Roman Empire, and then the Renaissance period. Who was that came back in power? Those were white people.
Right.
So that clearly fits that prophecy, man. They're the only ones that were able to do that. In that span, they always followed after so-called Negroes coming back into power. So that fits that prophecy right there.
Man, that's heavy. That's it on Genesis.
I got the Hebrews
Right,
12.
right.
Yeah, go ahead. You have another precept?
Yeah, I had just to land back off that war.
Go ahead.
This Revelation chapter 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, he quoted that. Yeah.
Oh, he called.
No,
Nah,
get it.
Yeah,
Bible shop.
This Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. Yeah.
The red horse.
Yep, that's it. This Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red. Yeah, that horse symbolizing that power. You know, it says that was red. This is referring to the Edomites. It says, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. I mean, we know, hey, you starting with the Greeks, starting with the Romans, still Edomites, or they took peace from the earth to this very day. Like the brother mentioned that fact. That's a fact. Ever since America was established, they've been at war for 90% of the time. All right,
Going back to the Grecians, man. It says when Alexander, matter of fact, hit First Maccabees, the first chapter.
Yep.
I gotta dust that off too. I don't want to misquote it.
Yep.
I know y'all rather know what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already know. It's like verse
11.
11.
I got it right here. Verse 9. I got
It's
it.
9, yeah. Go ahead. Start at 7, actually.
Okay. This is First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, which that was basically the span of his military campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It says, and his servants bear rule every one in his place.
Right, which y'all know the servants of Alexander, which represents those generals who were going to war with him, was Seleucus, Ptolemy, Cassander, and Lysimachus. All right, go ahead.
Kind. It says in verse 9, it says, and after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Right, so just to back up with the brother read in Revelation 6, them taking peace from the earth, when Esau came into power, when they really had a foothold in the earth, man, evils were multiplied in the earth, man.
Mm-hmm.
The scriptures also talk about their border of wickedness, man. Meaning wherever they set their red toe, man, it's all types of havoc and mayhem is coming, you know? Was it more to Revelation 6?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 29:16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall.
You can break it down.
Back it up, yeah. When the wicked are multiplied, that's when the transgression increases. So that lines perfectly up with the first Maccabees. You saw it increase his reign, he becomes that border of wickedness, like you said. All manner of wickedness and BS is multiplied in the earth, and that's what we see now. That's what makes Esau the wicked. That's what makes him line up with all these prophecies.
And all these other nations to this day, it's like they cringe when they see Esau coming into their land, man. Nobody wants Esau in their land, bro, because they know it's gonna be bad news in some form or fashion for them. You know, he's gonna change the culture of how everything operates. You know.
Well, that's pretty much what he's done across the four corners of the earth. He'll come in there and take the resources. Like if you look at, I was watching a documentary about France having those different colonies in Africa, and specifically West Africa. You know, all those colonies over there that pretty much use they use a currency that France injected into their system, and in turn, these other nations were able to do business with France. But basically, France gave these them countries down there the short end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the businesses, Esau basically sucked all the resources out of these nutrient rich lands and pays them back, pennies on the dollar for the profits. So Esau is basically a leech in the earth, man. That's just one small example. That's one of the 7 heads of the dragon, but we know Esau runs France. Same thing over here. When he came over here, he extracted the resources. That's what Revelation 18 talks about. It gives a long list of different things, right? That Babylon the Great has won because he's had rule over this land.
That's right.
If I can add, that's what it goes into in the book of Obadiah, as it goes into Esau, man. Right? It speaks about how great gatherers came unto thee. Would they not leave? A little bit behind, according to the law. But this man, he doesn't. He literally take everything, man.
That's the welfare system, what you're talking about, really. You're not supposed to hoard up everything. You're supposed to leave, certain grapes and things behind for the poor. Esau, he takes everything, man, every morsel. You know, he'll take the refrigerator.
He's like the Grinch.
Yo, exactly. That's what I was thinking of too.
Yeah.
He'll take the damn refrigerator, man.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what he's really trying to solidify with this, digital, economy that he has, pretty much out there already. Having everything on blockchain technology to where he can track all the payments. No more of these underhanded, business deals, right? He wants to have access to everything that you're doing, man.
Yo, he wants the souls of men. It's in Revelation somewhere. If somebody can find that.
Yeah,
Just
Revelation
hold that,
18.
And then somebody go back. You was on in Habakkuk 2, right?
Yeah, I did have.
We need to go back to that after you finish. Was it more to that?
Yeah, it's a little bit on there a little bit more.
Okay, because I'm around Robert because y'all hit some interesting points, but I want to go back to Habakkuk 2 and like 5, and then that. Yup. Go ahead.
Yep, Revelation chapter 6, verse 4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So yeah, that goes back to that back to the time of the beginning, going to the origins of Esau. He was blessed by the Lord. The Lord is still in full control, even though this man is doing what he's doing. He's given that great sword. He's given that power. All right, he has done just that. These empires have been successful through their military might. Look at America today. Look at Russia. All right, these nations are powerful because of that military might. And that's what's going to end them as well. They're going to fall into their own pit through the thermonuclear missile destruction.
Right, because a divided house shall not stand, man. Because the Russians, those are Edomites also.
Yep.
A lot of them. Let's go to Habakkuk 2 real quick.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5 again. It says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death.
Right, so he always has a military occupation. Like I said earlier, he has embassies, military bases in all of these different nations throughout the planet. Neither keepeth at home. Go ahead.
And cannot be satisfied.
He's insatiable. He can't be satisfied. You would think like, damn, bro, you got all the gold, you got all the oil, you control the currency. It's like you would think he would just kind of chill out, but it's like he all gas, no brakes. Go ahead.
My bad. I was gonna say it tells you that, like in the Avatar series, the movies, he's basically telling on himself. He's basically saying, no matter, it could be any planet, it could be, galaxies away, it don't matter. He gonna pull up and he gonna try to take what you got.
That's exactly what he did.
That's the spirit. That's all he saw.
They shoot nukes and stuff at the moon. They wilding, bro.
It say riches are not humbly for a nigger.
Right. That's right. Matter of fact, somebody hold Sirach 10, and it's around like 30 something. 29 or 30. Hold on. I'm digging in the bag today.
How does it go? I got it right here. The
Sorry,
poor man is honored. Okay.
The last two verses. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. This is Sirach chapter 10 and verse
30.
Yeah, verse 30. It says, "The poor man is honored for his skill, and the rich man is honored for his riches."
Right. And we would represent the poor man right now, man. We skillful in everything. We was the slaves. We was building all of the machinery, the tools. We built up this kingdom, really. But Esau, of course, takes the credit like he did for all of those inventions that Jake made through patents, So we're honored, in for our skill in poverty. But go ahead.
Verse 31, "He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches?"
So how much more when we got everything, man, we going to be honored. The nations are going to be really just honored to honor us, if that makes sense, man. They grudgingly honor Esau just because they have to. They got no choice if they want to sustain themselves, right? Nobody don't really want to deal with Esau if they don't have to, bro, when you really think about it.
Right.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, that makes perfect sense because you look at the relationship, King Hiram had, with Solomon. He was honored, to be a servant under Solomon, man, because it was a righteous regime.
Right. This is
some people, even they women, man, they love Jake, man. It could be Jake. He ain't even got $6 in his bank account, but he get him a nice little Edomite thing. He in the the $5,000 a month condo, kicked up watching the game, chilling. She's serving him asparagus and whatever.
that baked chicken with salt.
And half done steaks, man. Just have to add a little humor, man. But Jake, we're honored, in a lower state. So how much more when we have everything, bro? But go ahead. The flip side of that.
Yeah. This is Sirach 10:31. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? And he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty?
So he's a dishonorable POS in riches, man. He has everything, but he still don't have no decorum, no etiquette on how to handle it. So how you think he gonna act when everything is taken from him? That's gonna be a hard, brutal captivity when they're in our kingdom, bro. Because they so entitled, all that pride, they ain't gonna know how to deal with it, man. One day it's just gonna be like it's gonna be holy hell for Esau in the kingdom, bro. They're like the apostles always say, man, that Shabbat is gonna go by so quick. We gonna already be right there waiting. Like after that sun go down.
Yeah. Oh, like I Am Legend. Yeah. When them dogs was waiting for that light to get
Some of that shit. Because our weekend be going by quick.
Yeah.
You know, it's Monday before you know it, man. Right back at work.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why Isaiah 14.
Put your voice up too, brother.
That's why I say Isaiah 14 about the nation seeing him. He says, "Is this the man? That how it go?
That head shake kingdom.
Yeah, head shake kingdom.
Shake it.
Yeah, he's gonna be brought down to a lower stage.
Right.
You know, and all the nations gonna see him round about.
That's right. That's the point on that. What was that? Habakkuk?
Yep, we were in Habakkuk.
We can hit a few more and probably end out because I'm not very long with it. I'll just get whatever y'all got. Y'all can break down any precepts y'all got too. Go ahead, continue.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5, halfway through the verse, it says, "Who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people."
Right, so that's why he's coming with this digital system, because Esau really, he wants control over all people, man. He wants everyone to be treated like goyim. That's what the elites call it, our cattle. Well, you have control of your cattle, right? So that's how Esau views the nations and the people. That's why he's trying to create a system where he can monitor and track everything, because he wants control over every aspect of your life, man. That's how the money. He don't just want the control of the resources of the earth. He wants control of the actual people. And even furthermore, like we're gonna get. Matter of fact, go ahead and get that.
Got it. This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 12. The point is in verse 13. It says, "The merchandise of gold and silver will really let's see. This goes until once Babylon is getting nuked, right, and the other nations are seeing her far off, right, seeing the smoke of her torment ascend up, all right, and they're on the other side, all right, looking at her destruction, and this is what they're saying, verse 10, the point is in 13, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her."
Right, because all of these other heathen nations, these so-called Chinese, Japanese, they're only in bed with the whore of America to make money, to make profit. So they gonna even weep when this system go down because they're connected to it. Okay, go ahead.
"For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore."
Right, because America is the greatest consumer nation, and a lot of the things that we consume come from Southeast Asian nations, mainly China. Okay.
"The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thyine wood and all manner vessels of ivory and all manner vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat."
Ooh, that's a lot of inventory right there.
That's the whole
That's a gargantuan warehouse right there. Yeah. Keep going, yeah, because it's gonna beast.
Yeah, I can add. That proves that Esau controls Babylon the Great.
Yeah.
Because what does it say? Genesis 25th chapter, how he's going to have the fatness of the earth and do whatever.
Yes,
We're
right.
reading the fatness, part of the fatness.
And
right
it's
here.
going into everything. All of these things is found in the earth, man. frankincense, cinnamon, brass, iron. These are all resources of the earth. Okay? Continue.
The Esau steals.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The scriptures say his desire is as hell.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He neither keepeth at home. You know, you gotta go.
We're going to come back to Habakkuk 2. You can jump down like to verse 12. Go ahead.
In the middle part of verse 13, it says, and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves.
Because we just read, he heaped unto himself all people, all nations. So it says right there, and slaves. Slaves are people. Go ahead.
And souls of men.
But even furthermore, he wants your soul, man. He wants the souls of men. Because if he can get you to receive that you know what, the sea hip, like basically you're gonna compromise your standard with the Most High, man. You're gonna be completely in bed. You basically made a covenant with death, a covenant with Satan if you accept that, man. Yeah. He wants the souls of men. Okay.
I got a quick slide. This is the book of Mark, chapter 8 and verse. Mark chapter 8 and verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Because Esau wants your soul, man. All right, and ultimately, like the Zaquan just mentioned, all right, by selling out, all right, by getting that MOTV in your right hand or forehead, that's pretty much a solidification and a stamp that you have sold yourself. You sold your entire essence, your entire makeup. You've given yourself wholly over into the beast. So this seed is going to be a solidifying marker, all right, that Esau has bought you, man. Going back to that, to the all, the law of the all in the book of Exodus, I believe what chapter is that, 13?
I don't know for sure. Right?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, the all like the piercing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. 21. That's 21 actually.
Okay, 21.
Yeah.
Hey, but if I can add to the brother's point about the sea hip, what did Aaron Russo say in the early 2000s? He said, any type of disobedience or resistance, we just turn that chip off. That's him having your soul like the Lord would in his hand. He's like, you want to live? Be obedient. You want to die? Turn your chip off. You're gonna die. Take your spirit out. Or have something that was tragic happen to you.
Right. I remember that old church song. He got the whole world in his hands. He got the whole world in his hands. That's really what Esau. He's trying to take the place of the Most High. He wants everything in his hands, which hands represents power. Okay, he wants power over everything, man. Not just resources, not just animals, land. He wants people, the souls of men.
Because he got that already.
Right.
He like, no, like Habakkuk said, he can't be satisfied. He want more.
That's right. He wants to act like a god on earth, pretty much.
Was that that picture like Uncle Sam? He's like it's like I want to. You know what I'm talking about? Like, the military campaign, like how they be, you know what I'm saying? That poster.
He's pointing you out,
yeah, you want some niggas, man, to get this MOTV.
That's crazy.
Nigga want souls of men.
Wisdom of Solomon 11 and 20. The point is in the latter part of this verse. It says, "Yea, and without these might they have fallen down with one blast, being persecuted of vengeance and scattered abroad through the breath of thy power." And here's the point. But thou hast ordered all things in measure and number and weight. Now, the purpose of me getting the scriptures is because it's giving you a characteristic and an attribute of Yahweh B'Shem Shai. How everything that he does, it's in measure, number, and weight. And when you read the book of 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, right, it speaks about the man of sin who was Esau Edom. And one of the things that he's doing, he's exalting himself and opposing himself above all that is called God. And he showed himself to be the Most High. All right, so this is what Esau's trying to do on the left-hand side. As the Most High does everything in measure, number, and weight, this is what Esau's trying to do with this tracking system. Carbon footprint tracking system.
Biometrics, because that's all the C-HIP is biometrics, body measurement, where they can track everything through that device, every movement, everything, bro. Is it more?
That was it.
All right, so we can end out on Habakkuk 2 and 12, and then jump down to 16, I think, after you read 12, or 15 after you read 12. That's all I got.
Okay. It's Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 12. It says,
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity.
Right, and woe is an old Quaker English word that means destruction. Okay, so destruction to him that buildeth the town with blood and established a city by iniquity. Who fits this attribute? Right. America, man. How was America built? By the blood. They almost committed genocide on the Gadites, the North American Indians. Okay, just to establish this control of this land, man. And then, of course, Judah built it up. Okay, go ahead and jump to 15.
Kind. Habakkuk 2:15, it says, Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Right, and that's what they did mainly to the children of Israel, man. You know, through the philosophy, we've assimilated into this false culture. We were discontinued from our heritage. You know, we were made to speak their language, live the ways that they live, celebrate all these demonic pagan holidays, and have that separation from keeping our high holy days, and that separation in our connection to our power, okay, through this damn devil, where he can blame us like we went into and accuse us before the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 16, it says, Thou art filled with shame for glory, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
So right now we're in a time where there's a shaming campaign on Esau, Edom, man. All of their wickedness is being put at the forefront, and they can't handle it. That's why they big mad right now, man. Because everyone's addressing them finally, especially Amalek, the chief demonic head of Satan, or of Edom, rather. Go ahead.
It says, The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Right, and that cup, it represents captivity and just brutal hell. You know, like we read in Lamentation 4 earlier, they're about to receive of that cup. And the scriptures also talk about they're going to have to drink of the dregs of that cup. So they're going to really experience the bitterness of captivity, slavery, the condition on earth known as hell. Okay? So we're in that time, man. Good job. Was precept?
I have one more just to back that up.
Yeah, we'll just end out on yours then.
And also backs up the point you made about Revelation 18, how it says the proves Esau is controlling Babylon. Psalms 137:7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. So like I said, the Most High, everything, they're being remembered now. That's what we're praying for, because what did they do in that time? This is referring to what? First Ezra, the 4th chapter, when they helped the Babylonians sack our temple. It was there burning, cheering us on, and catching any strays, you know, that tried to get away. So they was really complicit in the downfall of Jerusalem in that time. So here, and that's the same thing with Spirit reign with King David. Remember these niggas.
That's right.
You know, that's the time they're in right now. O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. So that links Esau with the daughter of Babylon, which we know there's 2 Babylons in the scriptures.
Right. Okay,
the original Babylonian Empire, and then Babylon the Great, which is prophesied to be destroyed in the latter days. And it links Esau right there with Babylon.
Right, because he's the ruler of the virgin daughter of Babylon, okay?
Yep. Their daughter city unto that. So they followed all those ways, those idols, all that process and philosophies that they're exhibiting that and implementing that right now. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Payback, like you talked about.
That's right.
The things that they did unto us, we're going to do us again double. You know, we can't quantify that now, but in the spirit, we're going to get as close to that as humanly possible. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. So we're not going to have any pity on their children as they did us. You know, using our kids for alligator bait, using our kids for footstools, and just sit their dirty asses on their backs and all that. No regard for the children or old people. Yeah. The elderly of our people, we don't do the same thing. A good representation. I don't know if younger brothers have seen this. It's Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Oh man,
you know that's a throwback that we watched back when he first came to the country, where Jake was going in there mutilating the slave masters, and they showed Jake grabbing Edomite babies out of the cribs, slamming their ass against the wall, man. So if y'all haven't seen that, pull it up on. I believe
that's classic right there.
On YouTube.
Yeah, it's probably still on.
Yeah, that's a good visual representation of what we're going to do. Uncle Tom's Cabin, but we're gonna pay them back double. As far as what they did to us.
And it's a righteous thing to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, pursuant to Thessalonians. All right? Go ahead, Elder.
All right, that was
So I mean, the big payback is on the rise, man.
Right.
So we're in a transition of power right now. Brothers, don't get weary, don't get doubtful, because the Most High, He's made big promises to us. You know that we're in a time where they're gonna be fulfilled. But our enemy, his kingdom has to be thrown down, and in that process, we're gonna catch adversity, hell. But we have so much more to look forward to once the kingdom is established. So, brothers, hold fast to the faithful word and endure until our big brother Yahweh Shah comes to deliver us. So, with all being said, Lord willing, this edified the body. We want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kabadash.
double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, peace and blessings to the elect. Hey, till next time, shalom.
Shalom.